Hi everyone. So welcome to this video, and in this video we'll see about difference between iterables and iterators as I promised you 2-3 videos back. So this is a bit confusing topic, but please try to if you are not getting this video or lecture in a attempt, go it through by again. I'm sure you will understand it by your own self. So let's get started with this video right away. First of all, what I have created is I have created first few iterables. Okay, iterables I have also already told you in previous videos as well, that in which you can remember that in which you can loop over are known as iterables, right? So iterables are strings, tuples, lists, and dictionaries, because we can run our loop in these kind of data structures, right? Right. So let us run for loop all of them. First of all, I have created a list for you. I have created a tuple in which it contains permeabilities. I've also created a string with a variable name word. So let's try to run our loop over them. So how we run loop is, for I in pour, what I want is I want to print my value of I. So as expected, it will give me first 0.14, then it will go 0.2, then 2.42, and then 2.26. This is how it runs over. Now if I go if I run it in tuple, it will give me very similar results in the same manner. It will go towards each element, right? So 40, 24, 29, 37, 25. Great. Now if I run my for I in my word, my string, that is my word, if I print this, you see, so it will first go to W, then E, then L, then this L, then this space also, then S, then T. Similarly it will go on and go on till it reach the end, that is N. Okay, so now let's see, now understand what is the difference between. So this is a iterable because we are running a loop over it. We are able to run loop over it, so these are known as iterable. So let us now first understand this, how iterable works. So iterable is nothing. Iterable is an object. You'll get more better idea that what an object is and what an class is after few of the videos. Few of in the coming videos I'll tell you the difference between class and objects. So as of now you can just understand it as a iterable is something which one can iterate over. I have told you this numerous times. Great. Now what iterator is? Iterator is something which is used to iterate over an iterable object using next method. So when we are running a loop over any iterable, so we run it with the help of a iterator. Okay, what this iterator does is, first it converts any iterable to a iterator type, and then it uses the next function. You'll get more better clarity. Let's go on and see how the for loop works. So what for loop does is, whenever we give this command of running a for loop over any iterable, what it does is it converts first into a iter object. It is a iter object, iterator, that is basically it means iterator object, by calling the function iter. Okay, so if my iterable was por in the above example, a porosity that contains porosity as a list, so what it does is it converts to an iterator object by using this iter function. You write iter, and then inside this parenthesis you write the name of iterable you want to convert into iterator. Great. Then it uses next function to call the each element of a iterable, which is now a iterator, which after the conversion using this iter method. Then it stops the iteration when next method can't find any further items. I know this might be getting confused, this might be creating a confusion for you. So let us see by example. Let us get the same results of for loop by performing above steps. Okay, so now uh, what is I'll print this once again. So this is my a list, right? This is my list. If I check my type of this list, you see it shows me it is a list type. Okay, so now instead of running for loop, I'll go by these steps, all these steps, because this is basically how a for loop is working behind the code at backend. So first what it does is it converts into an iterator object by using iter function. So I'll just create another variable, that is por underscore new. Now I used iter method, and in this I'll write my iterable. My iterable is por, which is a list, right? Now if I check my type of por underscore new, you see this, what iter has done. Now this iter has done what, it has converted the por into a iterator type, right? So it is now a iterator. So after iterator, after converting it into iterator, what we do is we do the next function to call the element of the now iterable. So what it if I used next function, next, and inside this I write my iterator now, which por new, sorry, now por new is my iterator, right? So it will give me 0.14, means it gives me the first value of my which is now a iterator. Now if I want to print 0.2, I want to go to next value, I'll simply write this code again. Great. Now if I again want to get to 0.42, I'll run the same code. Instead of copying it again and again, I'll run the same code. It will go to 0.42. If I run this code again, it will take me to the 0.26. Right now, if I run it again, now 0.26 is my last element, right, of this my iterable. So now if I run it once again, it will give me an error, because it says me stop iteration, because I have told you that stops iteration when the next method can't find any further items. So when we, after reaching to 0.26, when we apply the same next method again, it will not find anything, and hence it is giving me an error, right? So but now this is a iterator, right? This is how a iterator works. But now simply if I run my for loop again, see, I'm getting the same results. So I can imply my this, I can do this again and again. This will not give me error. It is not stopping. It will be stops right there, but it will not give me error if I try to run it again. So this is a basic difference. Now here por I'm running, what I'm doing is, now por is my iterable, the por new was iterator, right? So this is the basic difference between an iterable and iterator. Now one observation you can understood by all these explanations is that, so every iterator can be said as an iterable, but not every iterable is an iterator. You must have understood it by right now by the above explanation which I have given you. Now why this difference of iterable and iterator is important? Major function is of like memory based. Like, see, if you see that when we create a list or any other iterable, at that time the whole iterable is stored at the memory location, which ends up taking the huge memory. So it means that I had created the list of por, so that por creates a whole list, right? 0.12 and 0.2 and like 0.42. I don't remember if I'm writing the correct values or not. Yes, these are the correct values. So this whole list, this whole iterable will be stored at a single memory location. So this will end up taking my huge memories. Now this is just a 4 elements list. In reality, when you store the data, there are millions of elements in a list, millions of elements in any kind of iterable. So it will take a very huge amount of location in a memory. But in the case of iterators, how it makes our life easy is that each element is getting its own memory only when we are calling next. So if I call next, then at that same time only 0.12 is being stored at that memory, not whole iterable, right? Now if again I call next again, then only at that memory I have just 0.2, not my whole iterable. So this is how your iterator saves up your memory. So in the case of, I have written down here, so in the cases where a lot of data is required to be stored, iterator is a better choice. So this is a basic difference between iterable and iterator. I hope you guys have understood. If you are still confused, go to the video, just go back to the video again and just pause the video, think of yourself what I have said, and I am pretty sure that you will be able to understand. So thank you guys. I'll see you in the next lecture. Thank you.